Bonsoir. That's a French word that I learned.
What's it mean, babe?
Good evening.
Mm.
So we didn't get nighttime video at the Louvre because it was getting late and cold.
We didn't want to get stuck on the subway like we did last night.
Yeah, last night the subway shut down on us and we had to take a cab back, so we didn't want that to happen tonight, so we just called it. Brianna got some good sunset pictures though, so
I'll be posting those tonight.
it wasn't a wasted trip. But our time in Paris is coming to a close, so we just wanted to take a minute and talk about our final thoughts and maybe a little bit about the economics of coming to Paris. If you're thinking about coming to Paris, or if you're wanting to take a trip anywhere, really, because as Brianna and I get older and we spend more time together, we really realize that we want to travel, and not only travel, but travel together. And it's becoming a priority for us, so we're going to give you, I guess, tips or maybe some information that might make it easier to decide to take that trip that you want to take. So with that being said, we'll start with our final thoughts on Paris. It's my second time in Paris. I was here 10 years ago, and I don't know whether the city has changed or I've changed. I definitely enjoyed it more this time. I enjoyed the food more. I enjoyed the people more. I enjoyed the city more. 10 years ago when I was here, I really didn't enjoy it. I was with a group, and I didn't get to do what I wanted to do. And I had such a high expectation of what I thought Paris should be that I think I was let down a lot. So this time I came into it a little more open-minded, a little more realistic. So Paris is a big city. It's dirty, it's loud, but there is a romantic side to it, and if you take the time to take that in, it can be fun, and it is a beautiful city. So I liked it a lot more this time around, and I would recommend it to anybody, which in the past I have recommended people not come to Paris, so my view on Paris has completely changed second time. So for you, being your first time, what'd you think?
For me being my first time, I really enjoyed the city. I came into it with an open mind. I didn't want to really expect anything because I didn't want to get my hopes up that it wouldn't be up to the standards of what I held it. And knowing that, I think it was exactly what I expected. In France, you really need to do like they do and enjoy your surroundings, enjoy your time with people. They're very into people.
Yeah.
You know, you sit on the side in a cafe and you watch people. You take your time to drink your coffee. Yes, you hurry up and you go places and you spend time, you kind of feel a little rushed, but then you stop and take that time. So, I mean, it's exactly what I expected, and it was really fun. I enjoyed the food. That was great. I enjoyed the sights, seeing so many things. There's definitely things I learned on this trip, but from past travel experiences, I think it helped us out pretty well. I mean, the metro is pretty darn easy to get around here if you actually just follow signs. If you can follow signs, you can get around in the metro.
Which takes us into the next part. Getting around Paris, we didn't have any problems. So specifically, if you're thinking about a trip to Paris, or possibly a country where English isn't the first language, we had zero problems getting around. I don't think we didn't have a language barrier problem one time. I think we have a pretty good head on our shoulders when it comes to figuring things out. So that being said, I mean, as long as you have common sense and you can figure out, a simple map, getting around and communicating, as long as you're open to trying to communicate, it's not a problem. So don't let that hold you back from traveling if that's something you want to do. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is the economics of this trip. So we got our airfare to Paris for $550 a piece, which was really good. And then, so we paid for everything together. But Paris, the air flight, we got one-way tickets, $550 a piece. We've spent, 50 euros on our travel cards. That's together. So show the travel card.
This is
So
what it looks like.
we got the Navigo card, which got us everywhere we needed to get. It got us from our Charles de Gaulle Airport into the city. It got us to Versailles. We didn't have to buy any special kind of tickets. It covered all the zones.
Which in Paris, there's 5 main zones, and this will cover everywhere you need to go.
Yep. So it covered all the zones. Brianna researched it before we came, so she knew exactly what she was doing. She knew what we needed to do to get it. They don't advertise it to tourists because I think it's more of a local thing, but it is open to everybody. Anybody can get it. So, they advertise, they push the tourist travel card, which is like 70 euros per card, 70 to 80 euros per card.
And it's only good certain days.
And
it's not good for the whole week.
Right. So it's only good certain days. So we got this card, which is good Monday through Thursday, which are the exact days that we were here for. So that worked out for us. But if you're coming, think about that kind of stuff because that can save you some money.
This card, you can also, if you need to use it over the weekend or things like that, you can load on your different trips on here. So if you can just keep loading on this if you want. This doesn't expire. So we can keep this and use it again.
Yeah. So airfare was $550. The travel cards for both of us together. So that's what, $1,100 for airfare together. Sorry. Get Brianna in the shot. It's $1,100 for airfare. It was 50 euros for the travel card for both of us. And then food, all you really need is food. You don't have to pay to get into the museums and stuff. Like, yes, we did that, but there's tons of things you can do
So free.
that are free. The Eiffel Tower, you don't have to pay to go just look at the Eiffel Tower. You have to pay to go up, but just looking at it is free. Walking the Champs-Élysées, free. What else? There's tons of stuff, and just experiencing the culture, it's all free. So that doesn't come at a price. Now, if you want to go to the museums like the Louvre, obviously it does cost money, but plan for it. If you want to go to the Louvre, make sure you can cover the 20 euro ticket. We don't do anything that we don't plan for. When we plan our trips, we plan for things to do. Like in London, for instance, we plan to go to Westminster. We already have that planned. So if we decide not to do it, that's money that we're saving.
Make your budget.
But we're also not spending money at spur of the moment. It's planned for within our budget. So if you want to come to Paris or just a vacation in general, just plan it out and come. It doesn't have to be super expensive. I think the thing that holds people back from traveling is that they have the idea in their head that it's going to be super expensive, and it can be, but it can also be fairly affordable. We each came with 140 euros cash. We got money changed before we came. I spent money out of my checking account to buy our travel cards, but really we've been pretty much surviving on our cash. So about $300, give or take, with the exchange rate. But that's really all you need. You can do the free things.
Well, and
food is one of the biggest expensive. Food.
And don't waste your time on all the little trinkets that guys are selling everywhere. It's not worth it. It will break tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's not even worth it. If you're gonna buy something in the tiny shops that are actually the local shops. Those are the shops that you want to spend your money on.
Or spend it on food, something I remember. But yeah, we have some simple rules. We don't buy trinkets. We don't eat anywhere that we can eat at home. What's our third rule?
Share meals.
Oh yeah, we share meals. We try to. Depends on how hungry we are. We don't always, but we snack. If we're trying something new,
we get smaller.
We usually get something smaller and share it because we don't know if we're going to like it. Or maybe we know that we like it a little too much, so we still share so we don't overindulge. But yeah, 3 basic rules. Don't buy the cheap stuff. And just be happy going on a trip.
Be open to trying food.
And be open to trying new things.
you know, a lot of places you go, you can look on the menu and say, oh, I like these ingredients. Like today, I did a minced beef wrapped in a fried egg with some salad. You know what it ended up being? It was a hamburger steak with a fried over easy egg on top and some french fries and a small little vinegar salad. So, I mean, it's stuff that we would have at home.
Right. So the other expensive part to travel is the accommodations. And yes, if you've been following our vlogs, our hotel is pretty nice on this trip, but we planned for it. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it's in our budget. But if you're planning a trip and you're trying to figure out where to stay, check out things like Airbnb. We just talked to 2 Australian girls last night, told us they used Airbnb and they love it. We've never used Airbnb. I would like to, but you can get great deals on Airbnb. Or even hostels, things like that. You can make it cheap. And even if you're a family with children and you want to bring your kids, a lot of hostels have family rooms. You can get a room for you and your family. So look at all the other options. I highly recommend YouTube to research trips, which is what I do all the time.
All the time.
Constantly watching YouTube videos, which is how I found this hotel to begin with. I saw a video of 2 girls showing the view of the Eiffel Tower, and I said to myself, that's where I want to stay because I want that balcony. I want that view. I want to experience that. So we planned for it. We did it. And we're here. So I really want to encourage you, if you're letting something hold you back from planning a trip or thinking about a trip, don't let it hold you back. Just plan it and figure out the financials, start saving, and go. So with that being said, I'm going to end this vlog, finally, because actually I think this is going to be the second part of the vlog. It's getting kind of long. But, yeah, next time we see you, we're going to be in London. Actually, the next time we see you will probably be in the morning, right before I'll film a little bit on the train to London. On the channel. So, yeah, hope you're enjoying the videos. Hope the tips kind of help. We're not travel experts, but we are realizing that we both really enjoy travel, and we like to see other people enjoy it as well. So, hope that helps you a little bit. So, with that said, we will see you tomorrow.